Hello everybody! So I was going through my makeup and I noticed I had quite a few SHEGLAM items and enough to do almost basically a full face of makeup. So I thought I'd just sit down and we can do a full face and I will talk about the things I do like, talk about the things I don't like. So let's just get straight into it. So I have for a primer, Birthday Skin Primer, and it's like one of those like putty ones. But I think because it's been so hot in Australia, it's kind of melted a little bit. It's turned into more of a cream. um, so I'm just going to apply that with my fingers and just rub that in. It does feel a little bit slippery on the face, but it definitely like fills my pores in. But yeah, it's definitely one of those more silicone-y kind of feeling primers. Next up, I have the Hydrating Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation. Clearly, this is my tanning shade. I do have a sponge from SHEGLAM that is actually quite a decent size when I dampen it. So because this isn't my shade, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is go in with their concealers. So I have I think they're the same concealer. This one's obviously a bit more of a cooler tone. This one's more brightening. It's because I bought this quite a while ago. So I bought this one recently. And it says Like Magic 12-hour full coverage concealer. So I'm going to go with that. And this one is in the shade Buttercream. Because my foundation isn't exactly the right shade, I'll go a bit more heavy-handed, I think, with this. And then we can blend the foundation in. So I'm just going to pump that on the back of my hand. Just go in with my sponge. You know what? Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. And I've had to go in with a couple pumps. I think this is like my 4th pump. And I'll just go down a little bit on the neck. Make sure we get in that hairline, around the ears, and down. And then let's just blend this concealer out. This concealer is probably actually a go-to concealer that I use on a daily basis. The only product I do have for my brows is the Set Me Up gel, and this is not a bad gel. I actually quite enjoy this, so maybe we're just going to go for like a clean kind of, just a brushed through look, just so they look nice. Next we'll do, I guess we'll do all the cream products first. We'll do our bronzer or contour. I've got 2 items here. So this is obviously the classic SHEGLAM liquid, the Sun Sculpt liquid contour. Mine's in the shade Golden Sun, but I also bought the stick, and now the stick has 2 ends. It's got obviously the product, and then it's got like a brush. I obviously don't really go for the brush, it's like brand new clean, but these ones, the sticks, I actually really enjoy. So I might layer them and I might go on with the stick first and then go with the liquid on top. Now I do have a brush set from SHEGLAM, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really feeling them. I haven't used them since I've bought them. So we've got some face brushes and then some like little eye brushes and stuff like that. But not great quality, like they do feel very flimsy. Even like the bristles feel quite flimsy. I'll try them and I'll use them. I guess that's they might work out great. So I'm just going to warm the product on with the brush instead of applying it directly to my face. And it is quite a small brush. Yeah, see, that doesn't really do anything for me. Like, it's just not picking up the product. And I know it's the brush because I've used this product before. I don't like the brush at all. And like the next biggest brush I've got is this, and that's like it's almost a powder brush. Like I don't think any of these could be used for creams. So I am just going to use a brush that I would normally use, which is the Real Techniques buffing brush. Now when I say I use this religiously, I use this for my foundation, I use this for my contour, my cream blush. Like I don't have separate brushes, sorry. It is definitely more of a sheer product that I think can be very buildable, which is what I like about it. I'm not going to go too crazy because I do want to put the liquid on over the top. But it's gorgeous. It's so blendable. It looks nice on the skin. Like it doesn't look too harsh. So now going in with the liquid blush, again in the shade Golden Sun, and like that. Actually, I think I've grabbed the one that's empty, but that's fine. Probably don't need that much anyway. For some reason, I've been meaning to throw this one out, and it still somehow ends up back in my drawer. They're just so easy to blend, and it just works well with everything. Like everything I have used with these cream products, they work well with. Like, I really, really enjoy it. And for my liquid blushes and cream blushes, I've got the exact same thing. I've got the stick and I've got the liquid, and I'm going to do the same thing. I might look crazy. I might try using the brush. Should we should we try? Um Gonna go in the back of my hand just to warm the product up a little bit. Look, that's the color. Oh, yeah, no. This it's just not going. The product's not moving, okay? I'm gonna use what I've got on the back of my hand with my buffing brush again and just go in with it. Like, even like that is enough blush for my cream blush. It's such a pretty shade. It's so gorgeous. Alright, I'm gonna go in with the liquid. I'm gonna go a bit light-handed with this because I don't want to look like I've been sunburnt. But this will just make it like pop. For powder, I have a few options. So, this was my very first powder that I had bought from SHEGLAM. It's the SHEGLAM Baked Glow Setting Powder in Translucent. So this is a baking powder. And then I've got these two, which are more recent. I have the SHEGLAM Hydro Touch Refreshing Setting Powder. And then I have the SHEGLAM Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo. So, obviously, more recently I've been dipping into these. These are both a pink kind of products, and everyone's been raving about this one. This one here, the Hydro touch feels wet. Like when you put it on, it feels wet underneath your eye. It feels wet on your puff or whatever you use it with, and but it dries down as a powder. So I might let's dip into this one because I don't think I go for this one as often as I do. Okay, and it's got like a little twisty lid. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in there. And we're gonna go in with my powder puff, which is also from SHEGLAM as well. I think I bought like a pack of 12 or something. And they were like two bucks. They weren't expensive at all. This is very mattifying for under your eyes. God damn. But I do like the pink powders. I do like how they seamlessly kind of work your blush and concealer together. But this is definitely mattifying. If you don't want something as mattifying, then oh, that went everywhere. Then maybe this is not for you. But that is definitely a mattifying powder. Like my under eyes almost feel like tight. And now for the pressed powder, which is what I'm going to use all over my face basically. And I'm going to try and use this big brush again. Okay, it has picked up some of the products. I don't have any powder powder bronzers, so I did think that I could just grab from this eyeshadow palette here, the SHEGLAM Smart Cookie palette. It's the only palette, like eyeshadow palette that I've got, and it's an all matte palette, but it's really, really like pretty. The shades are really pretty. They are quite warm, so I'm thinking I might go in with this shade here, and it's called Cocoa Loco. Give these brushes another chance. Okay, this is not gonna go well. Yeah, scratching those brushes. I think I'm just gonna scratch them entirely. I might try again for my face look, but okay. I don't think that I don't think that was too terrible. Is it my best bronzer? No, but then again, it's not a bronzer. It's an eyeshadow. Um, but I don't think it's left like too much of a streaky look. Um, if I blend it out correctly, it might look a bit better. I don't think it's left too much of a streaky look. I don't think it looks muddy in any kind of way. For our powder blush, again, I bought this one quite a while ago. It's their lightweight blush, high and dry. That probably is the shade. And it's this color here. It's quite a pale blush compared to what I'm usually used to now. So I have this one, and I also have these. So can you kind of tell, can you tell the difference when I first bought the blush compared to what I use like now? Um, so I think I'll stick with the palette, and I'm just gonna dip into. I think I'm gonna stick into this shade here, which is called Daytime Dahlia. I think it matches the cream blush that I've put down the most. blend that out. So I've just placed some powder over that with my powder puff just to kind of blend everything in, make it a little bit more seamless. But I have definitely gone overboard with the blush, as I usually do. So I have a setting spray and I want to set my face because it is feeling quite matte and quite dry. I've got the locked in setting spray. It says keep your makeup fresh all day, 16-hour long lasting. SHEGLAM. Now, it's cute, the packaging's cute. I really, 16 hours, that's a decent time. I just can't do the scent. I don't even know what it smells like. It just, whatever it is, it smells really chemically. Like, I can't pinpoint exactly what the scent is. And it doesn't even say, like, it's scented or anything, but it just, yeah, it has a weird smell. Like, obviously, now that I've put it on, I can't really smell it. The scent doesn't linger, it doesn't stay or anything. Just initially spraying it, it's kind of like, mm. But it's a nice mist. I like it. So for my highlight, I'm going to put my highlight on while my face is still a little bit wet. From the mist from the setting spray, and I've got the metallic glow highlighter in the shade Solo, which is just this like nice champagne-y kind of shade. Again, I am trying to work with these brushes here. I will grab my normal highlight brush, and I'm just gonna pop that in the places that I would usually pop that. I think it's a great highlighter. I think that brush just doesn't do it justice. So I'm just gonna pop on a little bit more. For eyes, I've already shown you guys what my eyeshadow palette is. It's the cookie one. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I will work with what I've got with the brushes. If not, I'll just use what I use on my regular basis. So I'm thinking I might go in with the shade. Probably go in with, no, I'll probably go in with this shade here, which is called Brown Sugar. And this is going to be like my not my transition, my crease shade. And I'm just going to pop that in. And right off the bat, pigmented. Absolutely pigmented and no fallout. And actually, this brush is quite a nice brush. This has probably been the best brush I have had to work with. I think it is good for applying the shadow. I don't know so much about blending it. It kind of just drags on my skin back and forth. But they're super soft. Like they're really, really soft. They're not harsh in any way. But even with a brush that I wouldn't usually recommend, the shadow is blending out really, really easily. Like, I haven't even had to work that hard for that shadow to work, to blend. And it's such a pretty color. I do really like this color. Okay, so that's that shade. It's a gorgeous color. The shadow was easily blended. I did go in with one of my Morphe brushes just to really give the shadow a chance. But like I said before, this eyeshadow brush. I guess it's an eyeshadow brush. It was really good. It's really soft. It's the better brush out of the entire set, I would say. So I am just going to go in with a bigger blending brush and kind of diffuse that into the brow bone. I'm thinking this shade here would be a nice shade. It's Fortune Teller is the name of it. And I'm basically just going just before that shadow ends. Okay, well, that's like overpowered that shadow. Look at the difference, how that's overpowered it. Okay, we will have to go back in with that brown sugar shade. But it's done its job. It's definitely diffused that color, but I don't want to lose it either, so just packing that back on. It's a really simple eye look, but I'm not complaining. Like, I really, really like these shadows, and I think it's definitely a good beginner palette for those who are just beginning, because it's got basically every neutral shade that you need. It doesn't have a black shadow, but I think black wouldn't be beginner friendly anyway. I think I am going to go in the darker shade, which is called Devil's Food, just with a really small brush. And I'm just going to really place that on the outer corner. And with the same brush I used for the first like transition crease shade, I'm just going to blend those two together. So I'm going to go in with that brown sugar, which was the original shade, and on like a flat kind of packing brush, I'm just going to go under my eye, but I'm stopping about halfway. I have noticed the lighter shade has a bit more fallout, but I don't know if that's because I've tapped into it quite a lot. But overall, this palette is great. I think it could work with many skin tones, and you could definitely pull off more of an oranger look. You could pull off more of a dark chocolatey look, or you could just really stay neutral and just, have the lighter shades. So I really, really like that. But I actually bought from SHEGLAM a trio eyeshadow cream glitter thing. What are they? Liquid eyeshadows. Okay. So it comes in like this. I don't even know how to explain this one. This one's called Diamond Dust, but I wouldn't say it's like too. It's almost like a grey metal silver rather than like a bright white silver. Then we've got this one here, which is rose gold. Again, I don't know if that's too rose gold. To me, it's more of like a bronzed kind of shade. And then here we've got Kitten Karma, which is like a coppery kind of color. I think I'll go with the coppery one. It's the brightest in my opinion. And I'm just going to go straight in with the applicator. I want to grab the bigger brush, the middle shade, the transition shade, and kind of diffuse that in. Doing the same thing to this eye. Oh, this is such a pretty shade. And I think the liquid shadows are really good because like you don't have to put a base or a concealer underneath for them to still look this gorgeous. And darker color. Just pat that in. Bigger blending brush, transition color. And diffuse it. So I do have this liner here, and it's got two ends. It's got a gel, which is like a twist up. It's not a pencil, but it's like a twist up crayon one. And then you've got the liquid pen. I could just do like a small... more little wing. Oh, oh no, I just broke it. Because I had it winded up too high. There. Okay. So I have just done a small wing. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing huge. I'm just not great with eyeliner. It's not my forte. But I actually really like it. It's called the Expert Dual Liner. I think it is quite easy to use. For the mascara, I have only this mascara here. It is a jeweled side one. Again, another jeweled side product. So it's got a voluming and a lengthening, a volume and length mascara, all in one. And then that's the lengthening side. So I am going to go in with the voluming side first because I feel like with the lengthening one I can brush out any like chunkiness. This mascara is really pretty and it is really nice. The only fault I have for it is it is so difficult to remove. Well, at least I've noticed that. Everything I use or have tried to use to remove this mascara, it has not been easy. And I noticed that sometimes, like even a couple of days later, I will still be wearing mascara, which is not good for your lashes. Okay, I don't think you can really see the mascara with the eyeliner on, but it definitely does. Actually, I'll use the lengthening one on my bottom lashes. And it is a nice mascara. Again, I just think it's super difficult to remove. That's the eye look done. Obviously, I look a bit crazy because my eyebrows aren't done. What I could do is I could probably go back in with this palette and use a cool toned brown. Maybe this one. I feel like that might be a bit light. We'll see. And just run some product through my eyebrows. Just so they don't look so crazy. Why am I not mad at this shade? This is a lot lighter than I think I normally go, but I'm really not mad at it. All that's really left is my lips. Now I have some lip liners and I have four. Two of them are the same shade. The I got three of them in a trio bundle. But the problem is with these eyeliners, not eyeliners, sorry, these lip liners is they don't have the shade name on them. They have numbers. I don't know if you can see right at the bottom. Can you see that? Is that upside down? Kind of. But like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to wear shade 527. Like, I don't know what that is. So I kind of just look at them and go, that's a nice shade. They're all neutral browns. Some are just a bit warmer. Some are a bit pinkier. They don't vary very, very much. But they are super creamy and super easy to apply. So I do have a lipstick from SHEGLAM. Um, I just don't like the shade I chose. Not their fault. The formula is beautiful. So it's a matte lipstick. Well, they say it's matte, but it's super creamy. I love it. I am going to put it on just to show you guys. But it's just like a cool toned brown and it just doesn't suit me. I think it washes my skin out a little bit. The formula is beautiful. I should really just buy it in more colors or more shades. I haven't. So I am going to try and warm it up a little bit. And I have two SHEGLAM like lip gloss, lip oils. What is this one actually? Why does it not actually say what this one is? It's like a lip gloss. One shade, don't like it, my fault. Two, the smell, horrendous. Can't stand it, and it tastes like it smells, which is really really sad because the packaging is really cute. I think they're really nice, like applied. The lip gloss, it's literally just the smell and the scent that I cannot stand. So I won't be putting that on, but I do have their SHEGLAM Jelly Wow. Mine's the pink one. I know they come in like a clear one as well, and they have a few. I think they have a couple other colors. Oh, it just feels so good on the lips. But that's my full face using SHEGLAM. Some products I loved, some products were okay, some products weren't for me. Um, but overall, I love SHEGLAM's items. I love their products. I think they blend well. They're seamless. They're beginner friendly, and they're great for just like an everyday makeup look, which is what I that's what I want. That's what I need. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some products you liked, or you want to try, or this was helpful making a decision if for trying products. Um, Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are. I'll see you guys later.